Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. I believe this is going to be the beginning of the end. Yeah, in this episode, I believe we have reached we're very close to the end game scenario here. I think, in fact, I will predict that we might win the game within the next 10 turns. Within the next 10 turns, we're probably going to win the game. And I based that prediction on the status screen here. You can see the economic victory is just around the corner. We are at 84% of the required amount of dust collected since the beginning of the game. Yeah, we need 777700. Yeah, that's the amount of dust we actually need. 4 sevens, double zeros, and we are at 84%. In fact, at this point we're making like 25k dust per turn, so every turn this percentage will increase by 2 or 3 or something like that, I figure. Yeah, we will check back here at the next turn and see how much percentage we are actually gaining, which will give us an indicator of how fast we will reach the end game scenario, or the victory. And at the same time, we're gonna try to fool around here and there. We're gonna try to boost the dust income to see if we can get even more dust. I might even try to cheese a little bit, just sell everything I can. Yeah, sell all of my units. Even if it means like retrofitting units and selling them afterwards. I'm actually gonna do that right now. So as you can see, we can sell it for even more. It's basically investing money in order to gain more money, and yeah, that's pretty much the idea of the endless growth paradigm. You're basically spending dust to gain more dust, etc. And I actually like it. I like the concept behind it. Yeah, I think we should build one of these industry things here. Where was it? The automated. Yeah, let's build that. We're gonna rush it. And we're actually going to start building some of these royal universities. Yeah, why not? I mean, we have a lot of idle cities, and I figured that in case we don't, let's see if we can actually challenge ourselves and research the difference engine. I mean, that would be kind of cool, I guess. I've actually I did not explain why I actually went for the difference engine before everything else. The reason why I went for this is because this is actually it gives you plus 100% science on cities, on all cities, and it is counted as scientific victory. So if you go for this one first, it will actually make everything else, all the other researches will be much easier. So logically, if you are going for a scientific victory, you might want to go for this one first. But if you are like me, you're going for an economic victory, you want to actually go for this one first. But we don't really need it because we are already very close to the economic victory. So I decided to go for this one instead, just to see what it would be like. Actually, I mean, we don't really care about scientific victory at this point, so we might as well grab anything. I mean, you could grab them all, I don't care. Yeah, I mean, at this point we could grab the army one, followed by the influence, and finally the industry, because we don't really need it. And that's it. You could win either way. Yeah, so now we can send these guys over to conquer this city, and hopefully we will gain a bunch of stockpiles. And guess what? We are going to use these stockpiles in order to boost these cities. Yeah, we will give a bunch of industry to the cities that are building these science stockpiles, in order to get more science stockpiles. Hopefully we will use that to rush this difference engine. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm using stockpiles in order to get more stockpiles in order to rush something else. How about that? Yeah. But at the same time, if you're going for an economic victory, I feel like you don't really need these stockpile technologies here. I mean, I feel like I've wasted 2 research spots on this organized labor technology and the other one here. The unskilled labor, I believe is the name. Yeah, unskilled labor. So I feel like I've wasted these 2 technologies. I don't really need them because I haven't used these stockpiles. Now I could sell them, I guess. Yeah, that would give me a little bit of money, but it's not just such a huge amount. I mean, we gain like, I don't know, 6,000 or something like that. Yeah, it's probably 6,000 or 7,000 total from selling all these stockpiles. So no, instead I'm going to experiment a little bit. I'm going to use these stockpiles to boost the city of Stormel and see how quickly we can actually complete that royal university here. There we go. I mean, yeah, I could just buy it, but even though it costs a huge amount of dust, I mean, yeah, even though it has like 3 turns remaining, but still, that is insane. So I'm not gonna go for that actually. Let's see, what other cities can we... Oh yeah, we were actually building a settler here because we want to produce another city. There we go. And this army requires... Yeah, we're gonna parlay here. We're gonna parlay with these guys, see what they want. For at least 3 turns, keep at least one of each of the existing units, classes, infantry, cavalry, range, support, fine. We get exotic alloys. Finally, we get this level 3. Level 3 weapons of titanium or glass steel. But it comes a little bit too late because we're pretty much winning. And this, if you get this at the beginning of the game, you're pretty much gonna slaughter everyone in your way. But yeah, we don't need it anymore. But we are gonna go for the quest anyway, just to fill up, you know, just to get that. I guess we feel like a sense of achievement to get this thing. Infantry, cavalry, and I think we will buy some mercenaries to do this. I believe I have a couple of mercenaries there. I already have infantry and cavalry in my cities, so I think what we need is support, flying. There should be a dust bishop around here. Yeah, there's a dust bishop. And we're going to be building a couple of archers. Yeah, the archer is going to come next turn. It's the orc. So all we need to do is to buy a flyer, basically. And we are going to get one of... yeah, actually, this is the only choice we have. We're going to get this Nydia unit there. Our Puja, they're called. It's a weird name. We're going to place them in our... Yeah, in Brahma. This is our mercenary city, as we said before. And we're going to keep them there. Lovely. So is there another idle city around here somewhere? Let's take a look. They're all building something. Alright. And we're gonna send these guys over... Yeah, let's send them down here. I mean, hopefully if we get attacked by one of these guys, it's fine. We can easily slaughter them. Now we're gonna try to get even more stockpiles. Whoa, the game performance is getting ridiculously low, not right now. Yeah, this is also one of the reasons why I want to finish this game as soon as possible, because the game is getting a little too slow for me. I am running out of performance. I am playing on laptop after all. Okay, how much health does this thing have? Actually, you know what? I feel like he might kill one of my units, but yeah, we're just gonna auto combat this. Okay, so we just killed it. Good. How much stockpiles did we gain? Let's take a look. Ooh, we gained like 7 or 6, even though we destroyed a relatively low population city. But it's interesting. Now we're gonna go back and try to slaughter the other city all the way up there. You're gonna move up. Hopefully you might heal along the way. I believe that's a neutral army there. Yeah, that's a roaming army. I think it was set off by the faction quest of the nearby Broken Lords, I suppose. Yeah, these guys, the Broken Lords here, they set off their faction quest, which spawned this thing. Oh, sorry, these are the roaming clans, and these are the Broken Lords. So yeah, one of them had a quest which spawned this roaming army here. I believe that's what happened. I might be mistaken though. Okay, is there anything else we want to do? We aren't going to build a city, so we might as well hire an extra hero maybe? Nah, just forget it. Yeah, we have nothing to do here. We might boost the city to get that ended guy out of the way. Brahma, we're gonna get boosted right away. And let's see how many turns it takes. Yeah, it takes 2 more turns and we're gonna get that done. We might actually spend some money. Yeah, we'll do some public spending. Maybe enlarge our cities. Vector, Ganli, Giant. Yeah, let's enlarge their town. I'm getting a little bit tired of having this city be the smallest. We have plenty of happiness, so we don't need to focus on the efficient new districts, efficient district placements, because we are pretty much towards the end game. And yeah, we're gonna end the turn. So the other reason that I want to be done with this Let's Play as soon as possible is because I want to move on into trying other custom factions. I want to possibly even other games as well. I want to do multiple things, and I realize that I am not pumping out as much videos as I would like to. I would like to commit myself to making at least like 2 videos, minimum 1 video every day. 1 episode, 1 thing, possibly 1 hour long at least, or something like that. This way we can achieve more things. Okay, we're gonna go for the dust improvement there. And another thing that people might complain of is that people might say, "Why, Crimson? Why aren't you playing on endless difficulty or something?" Oh wait, there's actually a settler. These guys are sending a settler. I believe they want to settle in this region. We might want to beat them to it actually. So I'm gonna send my settler out, and we're gonna settle right here. We're gonna ditch that other region. We're gonna settle right here instead. All right, let's go for this area. Yeah. So people are saying, why don't you play endless difficulty? And the reason why I prefer playing hard difficulty for the time being is, given my experimental play style, I am trying to experiment. I'm trying to. I really enjoy playing the economic approach. You see, when you play on endless difficulty, you are pretty much required to attack the enemy as early as possible. The other factions, you are required to attack them early, because on endless difficulty, the AI, it does not play smarter at all, but it gains huge bonuses. It gets a lot of science, a lot of dust, a lot of everything. It's much higher than you will ever reach. So it kind of feels cheesy. It feels like the AI, it's not smarter. It's just the game is basically throwing everything in the kitchen sink at you just to beat you down, and you feel like you are being cheated. And the most efficient way to deal with this cheesed out AI is to just play full out military. You are forced to play an extremely military style in order to deal with the AI this way. And this will deprive you from playing an economic style. If you want to experiment with some economic tactics, try different things, try different approaches, focusing on food, focusing on industry, or playing tall style with dust and science, you will be unable to do that if you are playing on endless difficulty. Now I'm sure there are many expert players out there who will disagree with me, who will say, no, I'm actually perfectly capable of kicking the AI's butt and pretty much winning against them. But I'm not that confident, honestly, and maybe I'm not that much of a good player. I'm sure there are many better players out there, but yeah, for the time being at least, I would like just to maintain this experimental play style and just be relaxed and experiment, learn more about the game. In fact, I am still learning about the game even now. I believe we can build one of these. I mean, for example, there's one thing I've learned recently, or I'm still curious about, which is the behavior of reinforcements. How do unit reinforcements work? Like, what are the rules governing that mechanic? What is the maximum distance at which armies are allowed to reinforce each other? I mean, in one of my previous playthroughs with Wild Walkers, for example, I built two cities very close to each other, and theoretically they are supposed to be able to reinforce each other in case one of them is attacked. So, like, if one of my enemies attacks Zigor, this nearby city of Antab here will be able to send its militia to support them. But yeah, I have no idea like how close should they be in order for the reinforcements to work. So it would be nice to have these indicators in the wiki page maybe, or in one of the in-game encyclopedias. Which, by the way, this game does not have any in-game encyclopedia right now. It only has the wiki page. So yeah, a lot of these things are not well known to the new players. New players are required to experiment by themselves in order to learn these things, which is fine, I guess. I don't mind that, but it would make the game a little bit more opened up for people who want to go for multiplayer and stuff like that, to know everything from the start, or at least earlier than usual. But right now we don't have that option, so we are required to experiment and learn things by ourselves. And even now, we're actually still reporting bugs and stuff like that. Again, I don't mind. It's a good thing that the community is really cool. I don't mind that we're reporting these things. But yeah, it will help to have more directions, a tutorial or something like that. Then again, people who are actually interested in the game, they don't need tutorials. They are probably right now on the forums learning things from each other. They don't need anyone to teach them everything. They just ask one of the I'm sure like they have a few questions. They go on the forums, they ask a question, and one of the veteran players will answer every question they have, which is nice. Ooh, actually, I should have bought a hero, I guess. Yeah, okay, I just forgot. I completely forgot to buy a hero. And now we are probably okay, we're not actually Ooh, we can sell some things, actually. Yeah, let's sell some things, and we can buy a hero immediately. Yeah, we're gonna sell a bunch of wine because we don't really need that. All the way up to 150. We're gonna sell a bunch of whatever this is. Grass silk, and we're gonna buy a hero as well. We have tons of these, and we're making like 10.5 per turn, 12 wine per turn. Yeah, we're making a huge amount. And the dust orchid, which is incredibly pricey. We can sell this for a bunch. We were buying this dust orchid in large amounts previously. Now we're just selling them. How about that? And let's go for the strategics. I think we can sell a lot of adamantium because we're not using it for anything in particular. Alright, yeah, we made 8,000 dust on the fly, which means we can actually buy a hero at this point. I would like to have another economic hero, I suppose. Like this guy. Okay, this guy is military. Clearly he's military. He would have actually made a great leader for our armies. Let's check out this lady here. She has food boost and dust efficiency. I don't care much for the food boost. It doesn't do anything for us. We are playing Broken Lords after all. But dust efficiency is really good, actually. Wow, this. If we were playing roving clans, this hero would have been amazing. Let's see John Port, the Shadow here. Okay, he has one skill wasted there in the warrior pathway, and he has dust boost. I think dust efficiency is better than dust boost, especially this late in the game, where we have a large amount of population, and we can easily buy new population. So we're actually going to go for this lady here, Jasa Murdap. Congratulations, you are now. Okay, we're going to give you one of these. There we go, and this. And yeah, we're one step closer to the winter immunity. I believe you are going to be assigned to Zigor, so you can gain a lot of experience from all these buildings we have just built. How about that? Oh, so we already have a Jocelyn. This one is the second, this one is the third. So I believe, yeah, she's like her daughter or something, or her grandmother or whatever, granddaughter, yeah. They look exactly alike, and they're like related. Okay, so what do we want to build here? We have, again, grass silk. I don't really need that. Adamantium, I'm just filling out spaces here. I'm just building it for no particular. Oh, we gain gold there. All right. All right, we're gonna build everything. We're gonna throw everything towards these buildings. Is there anything else we want to build there? I don't think so. We're not gonna build anything on that gold. Actually, we want to build, yeah, whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Now we want to move along with that army over there. I believe, yes, we can move them. You cannot search ruins with privateers. Now, how can you tell these are privateers? Well, they have this white halo around their shield, which indicates that these guys are privateers. We can move them forward, but you cannot search ruins. See there? Yeah, I click on that, nothing happens, so you can't search them. Lovely. We're gonna reactivate the. We can buy some dye, I suppose. Yeah, we can buy some dye. It's actually much cheaper than the advanced resources like Dust Orchid and Dust Water, so we're gonna buy like 50 of this thing. I don't know how much I have, so I'm just gonna go back and check here. Oh yes, we require exactly 50 to activate it, and it's done. And you know what? I'm gonna activate the science stockpile and see how much. In theory, this should drop from 10 turns to 9 turns. Let's see if it actually works. Yes, we have dropped down to 9 turns for difference engine. So I think these science stockpiles are actually pretty effective if you have researched them twice. To the both stockpile technology, it's pretty good. Alright, so what do we want to do? How much dust do we have? We currently have 1,000 only, so obviously we're going to end the turn. Oh, I forgot to check how much percentage dust, economic victory condition we're making. Actually, we can calculate that because we have skipped 2 turns forward, which means, yeah, we have already accumulated this amount out of the total amount. Yeah, we're extremely close. Just already gained the level just as I predicted. There you go. You have now winter immunity. Even though you're not actually going to see the next winter by any means. We pretty much won the game here. Let's take a look at the status screen. We are making like 5 per turn. We should probably win the game within the next 2 or 3 turns if, at this rate. In fact, if I start selling things now, we could probably shorten that amount by even more. But yeah, let's have some fun. We are winning, so we might as well have some fun. Let's see. Where's our next idle city there? I believe I had an idle city here somewhere. Yeah, Lertan. What the hell are you doing? Do something. Build the universe. Yeah. And we're gonna boost you, of course, with another industry stockpile. Yeah, these guys work really well. Check it out. Yeah, it drops from 8 to 2. That is lovely. We're gonna boost this as well. These are actually perfect for if you are playing for a wonder victory or something. At the end of the quest line, this is gonna be really cool. Especially if you're playing like necrophages. Typically, necrophages they're not very good when it comes to industry. But if you have a lot of stockpiles, which you will obviously acquire from their abilities, one of their abilities, you can blow through the wonder at the end of their quest easily. Hydromatic requires a river, which we don't have. What else can we do? Okay, I'm gonna start expanding my. Okay, let's continue expanding. Okay, we can actually give some population to Antab there. Ooh, okay, it didn't gain much because we already had a borough built there before, which means yeah. So it looks like we're actually gonna expand this city instead, and we don't have any more money. All right, fine. Can we build a borough yet? Nope. But we can build a scientific envoy. Alright, we're gonna build that. And it's cheap to buy. There we go. Oh, sorry. We had 3,000. We now have 1,400. Alright. And I believe that there was a settler out here somewhere who wanted to take this region, so he actually has to move. He probably moved back. Or he decided to go settle elsewhere. I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. I wonder where this guy's going. I think he's gonna go to... I predict that he's probably gonna go towards Wyren, this region of Wyren, which is, again, it's a grassland. I have no idea why a Broken Lord settler would want to go to a grassland, unless like he wants a lot of dust. I mean, I can do it because, I settled in Zegor, which is a grassland, but I have trade route bonuses, he doesn't. So yeah. I should have settled here instead, but I just wanted to deprive him from that spot. Okay, where are we gonna send you guys? We're gonna send you over down here, I guess. Yeah, let's attack these guys. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? We're gonna auto combat because I have no intention of actually fighting it directly. I just want to be done. Okay, we're gonna send you guys over to the next city there. Okay, so they have time to reinforce, I guess. They can clearly see that my troops are coming in, so they might send a few reinforcements. Anyways, we have run out of money. I'm gonna end the turn. Alright, let's see where this settler is gonna move. In Endless Legend, it is supposed to be that the turns or the turn movement is supposed to be simultaneous, which in theory means that all the factions involved can move their units at the same time. But the fact of in practice, alright, so we completed this and we gained the exotic alloys. Congratulations. We're probably not gonna use it again. We completed this quest as well. We gained 50 Hyperium. Lovely. We have 81. We're not gonna use them also. And so what was I saying? Yeah, so I completely forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, let's check out the victory timer again, see how much we have. We're at 95%. Okay, if we sell a bunch of stuff at this point, we're probably gonna win. Yeah, we're gonna sell everything we have. We're gonna throw away everything we have. Okay. still all luxuries there. Especially the ones that we don't really need. Okay, so it should have gone up a little bit again. Still 95%. Alright, fine. We can reactivate the emeralds there. Let's see, is there any city that can be boosted? We're gonna boost this one. There you go. And we're gonna sell the rest. We're gonna sell the rest of the stockpiles. There we go. Make a lot of money. Boom. 3 left. Alright, it's fine. Then we're gonna attack that city over there. There you go. I have a funny feeling in my bone that we might actually lose this battle. I don't know. I mean, this usually the enemy bar is very close to the end there, but it's almost a full circle. But this time around, it appears they have a slight fighting chance. Maybe they have a buff or something. Let's just try the auto. Oh yeah, funny. It's actually funny. The militia won this battle somehow, but we still gain 104 dust and 13 experience. Lovely. This is one of the weirdest. It's a shameful display. It's a shameful battle, really. Shame on you guys for losing that battle against 2 units. Anyways, we probably should have sieged, but we don't care, right? We are playing the end game anyways. Ooh, we have another ruin there. Alright, we're gonna send you over to go search that ruin. Okay. You guys are gonna siege because you literally have nothing else to do. We might actually send you. We might actually sell you after we finish this. Ganley, what should we do with you? You could build another unit. We can sell more units. Yeah, let's sell our units. Why not? We're gonna sell this. We're gonna sell this rider as well. Yeah, we don't need any more armies at this point. So we're gonna sell you too. We're gonna sell the Rumbler here. And we're done. Actually, I think there was a... Yeah, there's nothing more to do here. We're towards the end game. Alright. This is going to be the triumph of capitalism. Greed can good. And who says money can buy everything? We can. We are buying everything with money. I mean, who says money can buy happiness? Guess we can buy happiness. Just a Murdav has gained a level to level 9. Okay, we're gonna give you you already have the winter immunity. Alright, fine. We're gonna give you this. Apply. I'm clicking apply, but I cannot apply. This is either a bug or... Yes, or we have actually... Yeah, I think we have won. Yes, we did. We actually won in 168 turns. That is lovely. Now, I realize some of you might say this is not significant. Crimson, why don't you just play on endless difficulty instead, and then you will show us just how powerful you are. And as I explained earlier, the endless difficulty forces you to play in a very specific style. You cannot play for economic experimentation and stuff like that. You're forced to play military. I might actually do that one day. I might test my limits, and I will most likely fail miserably. But yeah, I mean, you know my style. I'm mostly an experimental player. I'm not much of a focused kind of guy. Not the kind of guy who makes always the right decisions. I make a lot of mistakes. I mean, I might need to practice on multiplayer a little bit. Maybe that will change things. Okay. And oh yeah, speaking of broken lords and population, you can see I have the highest population actually because I have so much dust and I was fully capable of buying all these things. Now, if we were playing on endless difficulty, I would predict I would probably be the 4th or 5th down in rank concerning population. And in research, I would never have been. I mean, in endless difficulty, everyone will be very high. They will actually have more armies than you from the beginning. You will find yourself at turn 30, perhaps 40. Your enemies will have like armies with 8 slots in them. They will be insanely fast as research, and you will struggle to keep up. Yeah, this is the reason why I don't really. I think endless difficulty is just too cheesy. The game is basically cheesing you out. it's not fun to play. I mean, when I played Fallen Enchantress, the AI actually behaves more intelligently. It settles cities in more intelligent areas. It takes more clever risks. It doesn't, send settlers out in the middle of nowhere and wait to see them attack. No, they actually escort their settlers with armies and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how the AI gets better with higher difficulty in Fallen Enchantress. That doesn't happen in this legend. Okay, so and there's one more complaint. I can't seem to. When I play Civ 5, there was a way for you to see your previous victories. There was like a Hall of Fame or previous games record or something like that. I don't remember the exact name, but you can see your previous victories and you can review the exact history of everything you have done, all the notifications, everything you have done in that previous game. And you can see your previous score, and you can even see how the map progressed. We don't have this feature here in Endless Legend. We only have it, in Civ 5. It's not really essential, but it's actually nice. You can look back at your previous things that you've done. I mean, right now there is absolutely no record of my last game with the collectors. Yeah. And furthermore, we might suggest that if you want any of these things, you might want to suggest them on the forums, and I'm pretty sure people who like it will support you. So yeah, this was my first Let's Play ever. This is my first Let's Play I've ever done, and the next one is also going to be custom faction. It's going to involve a custom faction because that's what I like, really. If you have any specific suggestions for future custom factions, if you have like certain ideas you want someone to play, just leave a comment or suggest them to me on the forums. My name on the forums is Crimson Vegas, just like here on YouTube, and yeah. I actually tried to experiment a little bit with this is the collectors. This is the faction we were playing with. You can pause the game and see just exactly what traits I've chosen. I was experimenting with this faction here called the Swords. I think, Swords is a little bit too silly of a name. I mean, yeah, it's an endless space faction, but I will call them the Vegans. How about that? Yeah, it's an ironic name, okay? I mean, we're making a faction based on necrophages. This is a faction that has a lot of food bonuses. It's going to have a huge population, and we're going to give them cellulose mutation, maybe. Yeah, it's going to have a lot of food. And yeah, they are necrophages and they are vegans. Isn't that cute? Isn't that lovely? And yeah, they're adorable. Okay, I will validate for now. They still have 10 points left. We might actually give them that, and we will discuss this the next custom faction in further details in the future. And once I have a better grip on the game overall, I might actually start going for the endless difficulty. Actually, I'm playing only on hard. Alright, so we might actually go to serious and impossible, maybe. Yeah, that's... okay, I still have a long way to go, actually. Alright, this is a little bit embarrassing. I will go on serious, and I might actually play on serious next time. So this is what it felt like to go up against Attila and Genghis Khan. Alright, so they don't explain exactly in what way the AI is better. They just give you a vague description. So that's kind of funny. But anyways, going up against Attila and Genghis Khan, let me tell you, in Civ 5, that was hardcore stuff. But for now, it looks like I'm going to end this video. It was a short video, it was just the end-game scenario, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more suggestions, any more complaints, trolling even, you are free to comment on my videos. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next Let's Play. Bye-bye.